Hi Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading for September 6th through the 12th. I'm going to be taking a look at what is coming up for you for the next 7 days. I'm going to start by looking at your current situation, where things are heading for you through September 6th through the 12th, the internal, external energies affecting you as well as your outcome. This is a general reading and it may not resonate for everyone. If it resonates for you, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, as it helps me to pick up on your energy for all future reads. Now at the end of your reading, I will be pulling an oracle message from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck to give us some more insight, guidance, and clarification on your situation. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. Show me, Aquarius, September 6th through the 12th, current situation, where things are heading, and the outcome. Ooh, we have some blockage there. Let's see what's going on. Very interesting reading, Aquarius. Overall energy to your reading is the 9 of Cups. So in the overall energy, feeling like everything's going fine. However, there's something I see that's a little different here. The energy comes off that you feel everything is fine. The person tied up to your reading feels slightly different. They're a little nervous, and so they're being cautious with you because they don't know what to expect. The Hermit comes out as your current energy, spending some time, away from this person or just alone, and it feels good. I feel like you really enjoy your downtime, and everybody needs their own personal space. There's nothing wrong with that. However, this person tied up to your energy, to your reading, is showing that they don't understand that. Like, why would you need personal space? So where things are heading for the next 7 days is the 4 of Wands. It looks really good. A pretty solid, stable foundation of a relationship, commitments, and, everything's going fine. Feels great. Now, you bring in this Queen of Cups energy, trusting your intuition, being really open with your feelings and emotions. They're a little cautious and reserved here because they bring in this Page of Swords. So they don't know what to fully expect from you, especially if you need downtime, time away from them. But they have to understand that you have boundaries. And one of them is when you need time to yourself. That needs to be okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The Knight of Cups comes out as the outcome, and I love this because I'm hoping this is them, that they're expressing love to you. Now, if they've been waiting for you to say I love you or show them any kind of emotional availability for them, that I'm seeing in the outcome. So let's go ahead and start clarifying, because I'm really curious to see what is underneath the surface of each of these energies. Let's start with the Hermit. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so the Hermit is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, as well as the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands. I see a lot of messages back and forth between you and this person, but that you do need some personal space, and there's nothing wrong with that. Taking some time to just reconnect with you is quite all right. Please don't feel bad for it. If they don't understand, then, have a conversation with this person, because they need to understand, personal space. They too will want their own personal space. If they don't, you got a clingy person, but that's okay. I do see that work is really important to you and you are working really hard. Your material world is very important to you. That you feel you don't have that availability currently to give any kind of emotional, like, oh, I want to show a bunch of love. But, texting back and forth and messaging this person, there's a lot of communication of good news. Everything's coming out just fine. There's nothing wrong here. They start to get in their thoughts of something being wrong. So let's go ahead and clarify this Four of Wands of where things are heading. They're very worried that if they tell you how they feel, and I'm seeing this as to where things are heading, there is a lot of not recognizing this person's thoughts are changing slightly. They feel that you are not interested in them because you needed some time to yourself. And it leads them to a lot of inner conflict. They have people around them that are like, wow, Sagittarius didn't want to spend time with you. I would think that they're probably hooking up with somebody else. They need to get away from those negative people or that negative self-talk. And they feel they're going to mess everything up and then you really won't be interested in them. So they just decide to suppress things. But then it comes off. The more that they suppress, wanting to open up and talk to you about why you need time to yourself, the more frustrated they become. It starts bottling up that it just kind of erupts with that Knight of Swords. So they show up with words of frustration. Their actions are not well thought out because they just charge into battle. And it's not that they're trying to create the drama, it's that they don't know how to navigate. How do I just talk to Aquarius about what I'm feeling? We have the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Cups as clarification to that Four of Wands. So on the surface of that Four of Wands, this relationship looks pretty solid. It looks good. But underneath it, this person is, pushing down their feelings of, are you playing mind games with me? Is this just, a game to you? Are you even interested in me? There's a lot happening for them. And it's important that they open up and say something. However, they're very cautious of how they approach you, what they can say. I really don't want to push Sagittarius. Ooh, some of y'all could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Just because it keeps wanting to roll off my tongue. And I'm like, this Aquarius, I'm sorry, this is your reading. So if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, they're very nervous and they don't know how to approach you with this kind of communication. Or what. It's like they don't want to make themselves feel embarrassed or humiliated that they're wrong. It's okay to feel a certain way. Just get it out in the open and move past it. Let's go ahead and clarify this Queen of Cups for the energy that you're bringing to your reading. Oh, yes. I would say it's a huge improvement on your part. You're not always emotionally open with everybody. You feel the need to really get to know someone, feel out their motives for you before you open up emotionally to them. I feel like you're kind to people, but really letting someone in, that can be difficult. And it has to do with a lot of things you've been through and the way you think. And that's quite all right. There's nothing wrong with that. You're showing up emotionally available. I mean, you are pouring out those emotions. You want nothing but love. You're bringing love to this situation. And it's showing because we have the Death card, the Devil, and the Six of Wands, as well as the Empress at the bottom of the deck. You are showing huge change and transformation. You are ending fear and of wanting attention or fear of getting attention from someone or people. And then fear. You're also ending fear of letting people see you emotionally connected to someone else. The Empress at the bottom of the deck is really showing that you really want to feel that love, and that you have found someone you feel is the right person to love for you. Like, this is it. They have everything going for them. This is my person. And I like how you show up. It's great. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and clarify that Page of Swords for the energy they're bringing to your reading. See, I knew it. Come on, it's okay. I know that there's cross watchers out there watching and wondering if they should say something. Yes, if you are a cross watcher and you are feeling this way, open up to Aquarius. Tell them that you have some thoughts of them possibly playing games. You know, are you bored with me? Do you really like me? Why did you need time alone? I know you're not trying to come off as needy, super insecure or anything like that. But the more that you don't express how you feel or express your concern to Aquarius or to anyone, period. If you don't open up to that and just say what you're thinking, that's where the insecurity starts to take over, because those thoughts start to build. And then you create this alternate reality within your mind of, this is really what's going on. But you don't know that because you don't have the facts and you don't know. So it's important, especially if Aquarius is showing up with availability of love. Yeah, that's big. So cross watchers, if this is you and your Aquarius is showing up loving and, you know, but needed some time to themselves, there's nothing wrong with that. They weren't with anybody else. They just need time. Everybody does. Everyone needs to have downtime for them. All right, so the Page of Swords is clarified by the Four of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Strength card is at the bottom of the deck here. They're very cautious of you, Aquarius, and they're cautious of what they say. They're trying to learn how to approach this situation, but every time that they try to come up with the right way to talk to you, they can't find the right words. And so they keep their feelings very suppressed and small here, even though you are someone that they could talk to. It's like at one point they felt they could open up with their feelings and you really heard them, and that you were that type of person who really nurtures a connection with people, and you still do. But because they're cautious of you spending time alone, it has their mind going all over the place. So they choose not saying anything, like, I'm just going to hold back my feelings. I'm just going to take my time here. You know, especially if you're just getting to know each other, they don't want to overstep. They don't want it to look like, you know, they're immature in any way. There's nothing wrong with asking, are you seeing somebody else? You know, did you need time because we're not connecting? There's nothing wrong with that. The Strength card is at the bottom of the deck, which is showing that they're trying to get through this challenge and they're not giving up, Aquarius. They're not going to just bail on you. They're just not telling you everything that's on their mind. You might have to help them along the way. Let's go ahead and clarify this Knight of Cups for the outcome. Very interesting. So the Hermit, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, as well as the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is really showing up as you being the one to put your feelings out there. You're putting your heart on your sleeve here. You have so much love that you want to show the world with this person. And so you're putting your heart out there with them because you've had enough time to think when you are alone that, yeah, I miss them. And even though you're alone and you're thinking about things and you're trying to figure out like how you truly feel about this person, it really pulled you towards, I really want them. I really enjoy being with them. I really am motivated to express my feelings to them. So you feel ready, and I love that for you. If they act odd, if they act a little off, just remember, talk to them about things. Like, did it bother you that I was by myself and we didn't get to spend time together? That will open the door for them to feel comfortable that you're inviting them in, that they can say how they feel without any kind of judgment or criticism. I love the way that you're doing this, Aquarius. It's beautiful. So let's go ahead and get an oracle message for you. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. It absolutely is. And I love the way that it's coming out for you because, there's other people in this card helping. It's not just you. You help each other collect all the fruits of your labor. And it's paying off. And everybody wants to see fulfillment here in this situation. Overcoming obstacles, you can overcome anything. So this is an obstacle that you're facing with this person, them being cautious, not telling you everything, trying to find the right way to talk to you about things, and then they're like, I'm just not going to say anything. Don't allow that to go on for too long, because things left unsaid can definitely start to brew in the mind, and it could be not good. And then that just allows your mind to lead you to places that are not true. So this is what I have for you, Aquarius. If it resonates with your situation, go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in your next reading coming up. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.